I enjoyed every song in the album. Even the songs which are not mine, I enjoyed listening to them and wished I sung them, you know. So they're so beautifully composed and it's so clean. There's nothing in the song which is like I have to follow. It's like everything is like following me. Something like that. So very free.
वहाँ कोलकाता से कैसे reactions आए थे? Because I believe कि ये बहुत ही कम फिल्मी albums अच्छा करते हैं. तो can you tell us in हिंदी कि वहाँ से reactions कैसे? क्योंकि आपके तो इतने cousins वहाँ पे रहते हैं.
मेरे तो friends fans.
Cousins से ज़्यादा fans हैं.
Cousins तो कम है, fans ज़्यादा है. I mean इनकी भी उससे भी ज़्यादा बड़ी fan following है.
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं.
Because Calcutta is one such place, yeah, West Bengal and. Probably the East overall, that they love melody over anything else. So my experience of working with Shantanu from Parinita, Yahan, Lage Raho Munna Bhai, all these songs are so popular there. So of course this combination coming in a Bengali film, there was already a lot of buzz about it, and people were looking forward to something great.
Tell us about him as a completely quirky music director.
He's quirky, not just a music director, as a person also. ये सही बात नहीं है, quirky नहीं है, बड़ा अच्छा इंसान है, दिल का बहुत ही अच्छा है.
वो दिल की बातें नहीं कर रहे.
Okay, अच्छा. That little sunky because he believes in not doing films and he wants to every day I swear whenever I have spoken to him on the phone I said kaaj korte bhal lagchna, meaning matlab I do not feel like working anymore. So if this is the attitude, where will you work? But again next day he calls me for a song and it's like a big film, okay, acha to fir kaam to chal raha hai acha खासा. But he believes to work with good people and like-minded guys and that is most important for him.
तो फिर श्रेया like-minded इसके जैसा mind मिल कहाँ सकता है यार?
ये mind तो सच्ची unique है, इसको museum piece कहा जा सकता है. I think he's the only music industry guy who is not at all filmy. In fact, it's sometimes little difficult to digest that he's always on treks. He's going he's going off to watch comets somewhere in the suburbs of Pune and stargazing, and then coming back in the studio. And basically, it's such a weird combination. But I think it's the best. This is what everybody should be, and I'm very jealous of him.
Because you love traveling.
I also love traveling, and he is one of those guys who has inspired me into it.
Achha.
And he keeps saying that kitna kamayegi aap, you know, so that's the attitude. So well, if you see me retiring very soon, it's because of it.
The cutest compliment जो एक बच्चे ने दिया होगा आपको कोई याद है?
See, I'll tell you, the biggest compliment is the neighbor I have. जो it's not a one-day compliment, but the fact that वो मुझे इतना प्यार करता है, इतना attached है मेरे साथ कि जब से वो छोटा है 6 months, like I have seen him since when he was newborn, and now he's 2.5 year old. और उसका हर दिन मेरे से शुरुआत होती है और वो एक अजीब सा रिश्ता है. And it's, I think, the bond is because of music. Every day he used to listen to my music, my songs. उसके घर पे भी वही सीरीज चलती हैं. पल पल is that song जिसको सुन के ही वो सोता है, उठता है. It's one of लगे रहो मुन्ना भाई is one of his favorite series actually. So that bond is so divine, I would say. There's something unexplainable. It's such a small kid, but the attachment. I don't meet him now every day because हम लोग रोज ही traveling हैं. So I think that is a compliment to me. Somebody loving me like that.
मुझे किसी इंटरव्यू पूछा था आपका, मेरे को पूछा था आपका फैन बेस है जो वो, अगर जो भी फैन है अगर है भी तो उसका एज ग्रुप क्या है? अभी मुझे मिल गया. क्या उम्र बताया तुमने उसका?
2.5.
Very good.
He was listening to it since he was 6 months old.
कई बार क्या होता है कि आजकल जो प्रथा है कि एक गाना प्रमोट होता है, तो कई बार आप जब एक फिल्म में 5-6 गाना गाती हैं और एक बहुत अच्छा गाना जो आपको बहुत अच्छा लगा है वो
नहीं
प्रमोट नहीं, व्हाट हाउ डू यू डील विद इट, कैसा लगता है?
there were some times where initially जब शुरुआत हुई थी तब ऐसे काफी इंसिडेंसेस हुए हैं जब शायद वो सबसे अच्छा गाना है फिल्म का, अभी भी होता है पर दुख कभी कम होता है, बिकॉज आई थिंक आई हैव सॉर्ट ऑफ अंडरस्टूड कि यही है, फिल्म इंडस्ट्री इज मोर, you don't have control over it. So that's why we need to do non-film albums.
Correct.
And
मुझे गुलजार साहब ने बहुत अच्छा बताया था कि अगर आप इस देश के जो सारे लेखक हैं उनके अगर कूड़ेदान से अगर आप निकालें जो पन्ने हैं तो आपको बहुत एक अलग लिटरेचर मिलेगा, बहुत उम्दा लिटरेचर मिलेगा जो रिजेक्ट हो गई है,
That's the real case, and I'm kind of upset with a couple of things which happened of late. अच्छे गाने शायद उस एल्बम का वन ऑफ द बेस्ट सॉन्ग रहा हो, पर there was such a misjudgment from everybody in the team. They thought that this is not what people want. But instead, I would say, if you go and check the internet, this is what people like the most.
Yeah, true.
It's so. I think the youth today is misunderstood.
इसका एक सबसे बड़ा उदाहरण है वन ऑफ जो किया है, इसका ये है कि मेरे को बताया गया था कि बंगाली पिक्चर के गाने नहीं बिकते, तो क्योंकि जो भी माहौल है, तो नॉट दैट कभी सोच के बनाया था, तो एक रिलीफ हो गया कि जब नहीं बिकते तो कोई टेंशन ही नहीं है, आराम से,
तो वो एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं है।
बट ये आई थिंक दिस इज द 7th वीक, इट्स नंबर 1 और बहुत बिक रहा है। तो पॉइंट यही है कि ये सोच के आप नहीं, मुझे लगता है काम नहीं कर सकते, या तो आप ये सोच के नहीं गा सकते कि ये गाना चलेगा नहीं चलेगा।
While we are on this interview and it's Radio City where we are talking, so people will, I hope, listen to it. And मेरी तो गुजारिश इन लोगों से है कि see a film like what दिल्ली 6 जो है, उसमें गाना है भोर भाई,
करेक्ट, ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग,
and of course the other ones, Masakal is a beautiful track, Rehna too, these are great tracks, but somehow I find it very amusing why they don't have the why they're not convinced about songs which are so pure and already loved by people even without promotion. There's a lack of conviction amongst makers and producers
and radio stations
which need to be changed. I feel कि ये बहुत ज्यादा कमर्शियल हो गया है and सब कुछ एक फॉर्मूला बन गया है, सब कुछ के साथ ही एक टैग लगाना है, प्राइस टैग. I think it should be changed. It's high time because even a lot of audiences are frustrated.
और दूसरी बात है ये सेंसरशिप पहले से हो जाता है ना, that's the bad part, कि आप पहले से सेंसर करके दे रहे हैं तो अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिल रहा लोगों को सुनने का.
वो काम बनते वक्त इतनी सेंसरशिप हो रही है, फिल्टर हो रहा है, उसमें जो बन रहा है उसमें भी वापस फिल्टरिंग हो रही है, सो बच के जो आ रहा है probably is not the best they deserve to listen to.
You have done so many concerts abroad, which is one place which you have really enjoyed.
Sydney.
Really?
I went and did a show last year in Sydney Opera House, and
कमाल है, Mount.
What great audience! Audience तो है, of course, venue का prestige separate. That the beauty of that auditorium from the stage point of view. When I see the entire auditorium, it's so beautiful, and the audience was such a great audience that day. I don't know what, there was something like magical about that night. The sound was great. Everything was perfect. So I think that I would consider as one of my best shows. And one I had in India, here in Bombay, in a place called Bandra Fort, for an occasion. वो दुर्गा पूजा के occasion पे one of the shows I had in Bandra Fort. I loved that show for one reason, because it's an amphitheater.
Yeah.
The audiences are seated on concrete floors. ऊपर से नीचे आ रही है audience, and I'm like here, the stage is नीचे. So my contact with the audience was here, like intimate, and उसका माहौल इतना अच्छा. थोड़ी थोड़ी बारिश हो रही थी, कभी कभी थंडर्स हो रहे थे, हवा चल रही थी, और बहुत मूड में थे ऑडियंस, और गाना भी अच्छा हो रहा था. सो इट वाज लाइक अनफॉरगेटेबल.